Hello friends, in continuation with the last lecture, now today we are going to talk about the electron hole concentration. But a few lectures back we have talked about the carrier concentrations. Now in analogous with this, we are just going to talk about the hole concentration, how to calculate this electron and hole concentration uh, in a semiconductor. As we have already seen that the Fermi-Dirac distribution is uh, applied to calculate concentration of the electrons and holes in a semiconductor. Now, but what to this, what is requirement that the density of the available states in the valence and the conduction bands are to be known to us. For example, let us consider the concentration of the electrons in on the conduction band, which is given by, that is already we have seen, that is n is equal to, or n0 is equal to EC to integration from EC to infinity n of E f of E into d of integration over the small energy range, that is d. So here n of E into d is the density of the states in the per cc or per centimeter cube in the energy range, which is given as dA. The subscript 0 used with the electron and hole concentration symbols N0 and P0 indicates the equilibrium conditions. So do remember these symbols will be required in throughout the this course. Now, the number of electrons per unit volume in the energy range D is the product of the density of the states and the probability occupancy. F of E is nothing but the probability occupancy function, or probability function in case of the Fermi-Dirac distribution. Thus, the total electron concentration is the integral over the entire conduction band, as in the equation above. We have seen that n0 is equal to integration from EC to infinity n of E f of E into d. Here, this function any can be calculated by using the quantum mechanics and Pauli's exclusion principle. How it is calculated? N of E is the density of the states of the electron. So it is calculated by using the quantum mechanics and the Pauli's exclusion principle. Is the how to calculate it is shown in the appendix 4 of the Streetman Banerjee book. So from that, I'm just directly copying the result from that. N of E is proportional to the square root of its energy. So the density of the states in the conduction band increases with the energy, with the square root e raised to half, right? So the density of the states is increasing with the electron its electron energy. On the other hand, Fermi function becomes extremely small for the large energies. Fermi function becomes extremely small for the large energies. What is the outcome of it is that the product of f of E into n of E decreases rapidly above the EC. So above the conduction band, this means this is suppose conduction band, and this is a valence band energy states, and the Fermi energy level lies somewhere here. Then what happens that the when we are just trying to calculate the function like this, and this behavior already we have seen, right? So this here this at this point this Fermi-Dirac function decreases very rapidly in the conduction band. Suppose if this is EC and this is EF, and already this is a Fermi states, or Fermi energy states corresponding to it. Okay, so similarly, the probability of the finding the empty state or the hole in the valence band, that is 1 over minus f of t, decreases rapidly below the EV. So here at this point, so the Fermi in the EV occupancy states near the EV becomes very means actually decreases very rapidly in this case. So here the occupancy becomes a smaller and smaller one. Okay, in the near the top of the valence. So near the top of the valence, not here actually, top of the valence band. So this effect is demonstrated in the figure below as well, which shows that the density of the available states, the Fermi function, and the resulting number of the electrons and holes occupying available energy states in the conduction band and valence band at the thermal equilibrium, that is with no excitation except the thermal energy excitations. For holes, increasing energy points down in the figure below, since the E scale refers to electron density over here. So you can see in case of the intrinsic material, material, the energy spectrum has been drawn. So EF lies at the middle, and what we can say here, the energy versus the energy diagram is shown over, is going upside, with another one in the valence band is going downside. So on the other hand, you can see over here N of E decreases over here, electron concentration decreases in the valence band and increases in the conduction band, right? On You can see over here the probability function is here, and which gives us the is rapidly decreasing in the valence band and rapidly decreasing in the conduction band as well. So the carrier concentration, you can see over the near the top of the valence band, the hole concentration is same as the, or density of the holes is almost same, is the same as the number of holes in the conduction band above the conduction band or in the conduction band. Yes. So this size of this is same as the size of the holes in the conduction band. Okay, so both are the same. Similarly, you can, in case of the n type, there are large number of the electrons are there. Fermi level has been lifted up, which is near to the conduction band, and obviously the what we can say here, the density is same as this, but the Fermi energy level has been lifted up, and what we can say, there is a probability distribution function is more in the conduction band and smaller in case of the below the valence band over here. So you can see the carrier concentration in the n type of the material is something smaller in case of the valence band. Whole concentration is small, and obviously relatively the electron concentration in the conduction band has been increased, right? Why? Because you can see the size is also the more in this case. So that is because of what, it is n type material which is doped with the pentavalent impurities. More number of the electrons are there, and vice versa will be in case of the p type of the material. The size of the carriers in case of the p type material is here you can see the number of holes are more, and the number of electrons in the conduction band are lesser one. Okay, so and the it is doped with the p type material or trivalent impurities, so the Fermi level has been shifted towards the valence band because of the less number of the electrons are there. The result of this interaction of this equation already above we have seen is the same as that obtained if we represent all of the distributed electron states in the conduction band by the effective density of the states Nc located at the conduction band edge, that is Ec. Therefore, the conduction band electron concentration is simply the effective density of the state at Ec times the probability of the occupancy at the Ec. So what is it? The conduction band electron concentration is simply the effective density of the states at the Ec times the probability occupancy at this Ec, means the f of Ec and the n of Ec is given. So what we assume here, the Fermi level EF lies at least several kT below the conduction band. Several, see what we can assume here, the Fermi level EF lies at least several times kT below the conduction band. Then this exponential term is large compared with the unity, and the Fermi function can be simplified as this. Okay, n is equal to n0 or ncf of ec. Okay, here we can have the f of ec. So permitted distribution function at e is equal to ec is equal to 1 plus ec minus ef by kt is approximately equal to, because this is a very high term. Okay, because of this ef lies at ef lies at least several times below the conduction band. So what we can have, this difference is a higher one, so is a very much greater than the unity. So we can just neglect the one, and it can be approximately equal to the exponential of minus ec minus ef by since at room temperature only, if we just try to calculate the value of the kT as the thermal energy at the room temperature is only 26 millielectron volt. That is generally a good approximation over here. For this condition, the concentration of the electrons in the conduction band is given by n0 is equal to nc e raised to minus ec minus ef by kt. So the effective density of the state nc is shown in the appendix 4, okay, and which is to be what we can say, nc is equal to 2 times 2 pi m star mn star kt by h square raised to 3 by 2. Even we have calculated this in the previous lectures as well. Since the quantities in the equations are known, okay, in this equation mn we know, mn star we know, k you know, t you know, h square. So nc can be evaluated as a function of the temperature. Only the unknown thing is the temperature. So what we can say, the electron concentration is dependent on the temperature. As temperature is more, okay, we can have the more number of the nc. As equation for the n0, okay, the electron carrier concentration at the thermal equilibrium indicates the electron concentration increases as ef moves closer to the conduction band. So n0 will be increasing and p0 would decreases. So this is the result we would predict from the figure B as well in the up. Also, in the equation above, Mn star is the steady density of the state's effective mass for the electrons. To illustrate how it is obtained from the curvature effective masses, let us consider that the 6 equivalent and conduction band minima along the x direction for the silicon case. Looking at the cigar-shaped energy surfaces in the figure, we find that we have uh, more than one band curvature to deal with calculating the effective masses. This is a longitudinal effective mass ml along the major axis of the ellipsoid, and the transverse effective masses along the two minor axes. Already these things we have seen in the previous lectures. Here it is, the effective mass for the density of the state md is equal to m1 star m2 star m3 star raised to 1 by 3, and here even we have reported that the md star d star is equal to ml into mt square star raised to 1 by 3 along the two minor axes. So here is the ellipsoidal, or is a cigar shape. What we can say, ml star is most of the is masses is distributed is a cigar shaped distribution of the effective masses. On the other, there will be the transverse masses will be on the other two directions. Okay, so the ellipsoid constant energy surface for the silicon near the 6 conduction band minima along the x directions has been provided. Since we have the mn star raised to 3 by 2 appearing in the density of the state expression, which is given above by the using the dimensional equivalence and adding the contribution from the all 6 value, we can get is nothing but the mn star raised to 3 by 2 is equal to 6 times ml mt square raised to half. It can be seen that this is the geometrical mean of the effective masses. By the similar argument, the concentration of the holes in the valence band is given by, that is P0 is equal to NV times 1 minus f of EV. So we can just try to substitute the value of the probability occupancy function at the E is equal to EV. So here NV is the effective density of the states in the valence band. So probability of finding an empty state at EV is nothing but the 1 minus f of E. 1 minus, just try to substitute the value of the E is equal to EF in the f of E. So this will give us the approximately value as the exponential of minus of EV minus EF by KT. For EF larger than the EV, EF obviously larger than the EV by the several times KT again. From these equations, the concentration of the holes in the valence band is given by P0 is equal to NV exponential of minus EV minus EF by KT. So, the effective density of the states in the valence band is reduced to the band edge, okay, and that is NV is equal to 2 times 2 pi MP star KT by S square raised to 3 by 2. As expected from the figure 3, equation predicts that the hole concentration increases as EF moves closer to the valence band. EF moves closer to the, yeah, obviously this difference is going to get in EF minus EF getting smaller and smaller, so that the exponential of the negative term get the higher and higher value. So the electron and hole concentration predicted by this equation of the N0 uh, and the NV are valid whether the material is intrinsic or doped, provided the thermal equilibrium is maintained. Thus, the intrinsic material for the intrinsic material, EF lies at some intrinsic level EI near the middle of the band gap, figure A in the above, and the intrinsic electron and the hole concentrations are given as N0 is equal to NCE exponential of minus EC minus EF by KT, or P0 is equal to NV exponential of minus EV minus EF by KT. So whenever I just trying to calculate the electron concentration, we must deal with the electron concentration in the conduction band. Similarly, when we are trying to calculate the hole concentration, we must deal with the number of hole concentration in the valence band, and EV minus EF indicates the difference depending upon the type of the impurity doped within it. So the product N0 and P0 at the equilibrium is a constant for a particular material and at that particular temperature. So even if the doping is varied, just try to take the product of the N0 P0, that is N0 is nothing but the NC exponential of minus EC minus EF by KT, and NV is NV into E exponential of minus EV minus EF by KT. So if we just try to solve this, EF will get cancelled out, EF will get cancelled out, and will be remained with the NC NV into exponential of E minus of EC minus EF. I guess there is some problem with the sign. I guess this must be the plus one. Okay, this must be the yeah, this must be the plus one, plus exponential of EV minus EF by KT. So this N0 P0 product is independent of the Fermi energy level where it lies. So N0 P0 is equal to NC NV exponential of minus EG by KT, because we can call EC minus EV is nothing but the EG, that is the energy band gap of that particular material. So NIPI, so at some intrinsic energy level, if it is there, then we can calculate the carrier concentration product, that is NIPI is equal to NC exponential of EC minus EI by KT, and NV exponential of plus EV minus EI by KT. So that will give us again the same product as we have seen here. Okay, so it is independent of that intrinsic. So the product of the electron hole concentration, electron and hole concentration at the intrinsic energy level is independent of the energy level where it is. It just depends upon the temperature and the energy band gap. So the intrinsic electron and the hole concentrations are equal since the carriers are created in pairs. So Ni is equal to Pi, thus the intrinsic concentration is given as Ni is equal to root of Nc Nv exponential of minus Eg by 2dt. The constant product of the electron and hole concentrations in the above equation can be written as conveniently as N0 P0 is equal to Ni square. So this is the important relation, and we shall use it extensively in a lateral calculation. For the intrinsic concentration for the silicon at room temperature, which is approximately Ni is equal to 1.5 into 10 raised to 10 per cc. Okay, this is the one of the example for the silicon it is given. So intrinsic carrier concentration for the silicon is 1.5 10 raised to 10 per cc, and comparing this equation with above for NiPi and the Ni, we note that the intrinsic energy level EI is the middle of the band gap, that is EC minus EI is equal to Eg by 2 if the effective density of the states Nc and Nv are equal. There is a usually some difference in the effective masses for the electrons and holes. However, the Nc and Nv are slightly different, as equations for both of them indicates as well. So there is usually some difference in the effective masses of the electrons and holes. Repeated sentence. The intrinsic level EI is displaced from the middle of the band gap, more for the gallium arsenide than for the what we can say, the elemental semiconductors. So another convenient way of writing this is nothing but the N0 is equal to Ni EF minus EI by KT, and P0 is equal to Pi exponential of EI minus EF by KT, obtained by this application of this equation for the N0 P0. This form of the equations indicates directly that the electron concentration is Ni, where EF is at the intrinsic level EI, and that N0 increases the exponentially as the Fermi level moves away from the EI towards the conduction band. Similarly, hole concentration is applicable. Since these equations reveal the qualitative features of the carrier concentration, so directly they are particularly convenient to remember as like this. So is a solved example over here. Just try to look into it. Thank you.